Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Donovan the Smartphone Guy here to do my review of the Watch 80 or the U80 smartwatch. So this is the infamous $15 smartwatch. You've probably seen this on other tech channels. A number of large tech channels like Unbox Therapy have done reviews of this. So this is my review of the $15 smartwatch. So this is a gift that probably a lot of people got for Christmas for their kids. And I'll talk about whether I think it is worth the $15 and what I like and what I don't like about this smartwatch. So I happen to pick mine up from a company called Easy SMX. You can go ahead and check that out down here in the description. I believe it's actually $17 through Easy SMX and various other companies on Amazon. So with that being said, what can this do? What can it do? What is it good at? What is it not good at? So it does obviously have Bluetooth. So you can see here right now it is connected to my Asus Zenfone 3 Max, which I just did a review of last night. So I'm going to set that off to the side for now. So you can see it is connected via Bluetooth. Obviously it can tell the time and the date. So this is just the connection. So I can scroll through here and look at the Bluetooth options that I have. So I click here and I could disconnect, delete that option, or go into help for, but it is already connected, so I'm going to get out of that. This is the pedometer. One thing that I'll say is kind of weak about the pedometer is that you have to actually click this, and once that starts, that little clock starts, then it will actually count your calories and your steps. And then we do have this option here where I can go in to view my records. I can reset it, delete all records. In order for it to run in the background, you do actually have to have that on, though. So that's maybe a little bit of a weakness. And then this is our reminder, our sedentary reminder. So if you sit too long or if you sit in an office all day, this is just kind of a reminder. And you can see here that it just has reminders at random times. That's the only way it can remind you, is you can click on and off for those different times. So it doesn't have like a half-hour reminder or an hour reminder. It's just certain times that you can set. So, and these are the only options that you have available. So maybe not the most helpful thing. So that is the back button. Obviously, you can see that. This button here is the dialer. So at the moment, I actually don't have my SIM card in this phone. Once I was done with the review, I took my SIM out of it. But if I did, I could actually literally make a voice call from the watch. And this is the speaker here. And that actually is relatively loud. Your phone initially will recognize this as essentially a Bluetooth speaker, so all volume will come through here. I had to turn that off because I didn't want phone calls coming through the watch. You can if you want it to, but I prefer not to. I just wanted it to be connected. I wanted them to talk to each other so I could get notifications to the watch, but I didn't want it to use this as a speaker. So here's the microphone, and here's our charging port. So it is a micro USB charging port. For me personally, I got about easily through a day. I could probably get through 2 days sometimes, and I did have it fully connected. I was using it just as you would use any other smartwatch. I have gone back to my TicWatch 2, which I love, and that review is, I'll leave a link for that review as well. But I did use this for 2 full days and was able to get through that in the battery life. So that's pretty good, I would say. And then this last button over here, so this is another capacitive button here. And that one will take us into, oops, I hit it too many times. That'll take us into our full menu. So you can see we got a Bluetooth option again. We got the dialer, so we already showed that. We got the phone book, some messages, so that'll actually just take you into your messages. I can go to my inbox, and right now I don't have it connected to the app that you need in order to see those. So messages, it is a very slow connection. It's not an instant thing. Honestly, you probably will never use that. You probably will never use messages because Bluetooth Notice, or BT Notice, is the app that connects it to your phone, and that is where all of your notifications come. And that is more useful than getting your messages here. Okay, so the messages come in that messages thing here, but then it also comes in this Bluetooth Notice app, which for me was a lot better. Then we can look at our recent calls. We can do this Bluetooth music. Now it's going to show that it's not connected. Okay, so yeah, I don't think it's connected at the moment. But this just allows us as a remote control for our phone, any music on our phone. It does only work with the native music app. It would not work with Google Play Music for me. I didn't try it with Spotify, but it would work specifically with the native music music app on here. That was the only app I was able to get it to work with. So I don't think it works with Spotify. But again, I didn't try that, but it definitely definitely did not work with Google Play Music when I tried that. The Bluetooth camera is essentially just a shutter. So if you have it connected through that Bluetooth Notice application, you can use it as a shutter option. Then we can just go into some settings here. I'm not going to really mess with these, but you can adjust the clock settings. You can adjust the units. So you can change it from let's see here, from meters to imperial units. We have sound. You can adjust the sound, the volume, the language, the display, things like that. So lots of options there. Anti-loss is basically just you can hit that button and it'll find your phone if they're still connected via Bluetooth. There's the power saving mode, and then tools has some interesting tools. I'm not sure why these aren't apps kind of on the main screen, but we have calendar, alarm, and calculator, and then stopwatch. And all those work pretty well, I would say. The calendar is probably the weakest one on there because, it didn't get certain... actually, the calendar really is just this. It's just a calendar. That's it. It doesn't actually show you any of your appointments or anything like that. So that's, it's a $17 smartwatch or $15 smartwatch. So that's the tools, and then we scroll over one more time. So we got the rest again, just a drink reminder. So it'll vibrate and give you a reminder of drink. And again, it's only at certain times. Pedometer, and then sleep monitor. The sleep monitor is not like a serious sleep monitor. It's not like it's checking your heart rate to see if you're really sleeping. It's basically you just click start when you start sleeping, and then when you wake up, you hit stop. That's all there is to it. Nothing special there. And then we're back to our main screen. So in terms of build quality, you can see this is a pretty cheap silicone. I mean, again, $15 smartwatch. So nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. It's fairly comfortable to wear on your wrist. The only thing I ever had as an issue was this piece sticks out a little bit when you're wearing it on your wrist. So if you have that up there, this piece will stick into your wrist just a little bit. So I found that to be just a little bit uncomfortable after wearing it all day. But, again, we're talking $15 here, so you can't complain too much. Is this a serious smartwatch for serious tech users? Definitely not. Don't get this if you're a tech enthusiast looking for a cheap smartwatch. You can find a used smartwatch, the LG G Watch or something, and you're going to be much more happy. But if you're just looking for just a fun smartwatch for your kids, I actually ran into some kids that had this exact watch, not the same company, but at my church on Sunday. This is Christmas Sunday. In the United States, and they were all excited. And I looked, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the exact watch I'm reviewing. But anyways, so they were pretty excited about it. We're talking like 5th, 6th grade kids. So anyways, that's who I think this really is for. It's not a serious tech user's smartwatch. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you. If this is something you're interested in picking up, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description. Please subscribe to this channel, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.